Welcome to this edition of the First Aid Show. Within First Aid, we often look at someone's pulse. So what we're going to do now is have a look at the different places on the body that we can detect a pulse. So now looking at the pulse points within the body, where can you detect a pulse on somebody?
So your primary pulse point would be your radial pulse, which is found in your wrist, just below your thumb. You should be able to feel your own pulse. So that would be your starting point. Then working up your arm, you have a brachial pulse, and then you also have one into the neck as well, which is your carotid pulse. Other pulses that you're able to detect would be your femoral pulses, which is just to where your leg and groin bend. You also have another pulse behind the knee, which is your popliteal pulse, and then on the top of the foot is your pedal pulse. And you should be able to feel all of your own pulses. When you take your pulses, obviously you're going to use one hand. The only pulse you would ever use, you would never use two hands, is the carotid. You would only ever feel one side at one time.
And what sort of things are you feeling for?
You're feeling to actually, can you actually feel the pulse pass through underneath your fingers, and you'll feel it just bounce slowly under your fingers. If you can't find it, just have a feel around. You will eventually find it. Just slight pressure on the wrist. If you press too deep, obviously it will just feel as though you can't feel anything, just come off very slightly. You will find it, you just have to have a dig around and find it in there.
And will the pulse points, will that indicate blood pressure at all if you lost the pulse point in a certain part of the body?
Yes, normally the radial pulses, when somebody becomes unwell, the body is incredibly clever and it will protect the vital organs. So it will protect the brain, the heart, and all the internal organs. So when you become unwell, you will lose what's called your peripheral pulses. So you will lose your radial pulse, you will lose your pedal pulse, and then you'll slowly lose the pulses, and it will have to all protect the main area of the body. Your carotid pulse you should never lose, unless of course you have a cardiac arrest or you die.